caught her off guard there. She wasn't ready.
I was still like trying to get myself organized. There you go.
This is your sheet if you needed it.
Oh, okay. We have our own sheet?
Yes.
Okay, I thought you needed mine.
No, I wrote mine.
Wait, we look so out of practice, don't we? I mean,
what is this show? We haven't done this in forever. I don't remember how we do this.
We're back. Did you miss us?
Guess who's back?
Back again. You know, we are from the Detroit area, so a little M&M reference here and there is perfectly logical, if you ask me.
Makes sense to me.
Total sense.
Why not?
So, we have so much to talk to you guys about this week.
We have a ton.
A plethora, if you will, of things to talk about. So, if Scott, would you like to kick it off and let's get going?
Kick it! Oh wait, that's another Beastie Boys, sorry.
That's Beastie Boys, sorry.
Hello, welcome to TMSM Weekly Live, show number 70 for December 2nd, 2019. I am Scott Atwood.
And I'm Michelle Atwood.
And like Michelle said, we have a huge show. We've been MIA. Well, we weren't missing. We just haven't been here for the last few weeks. Michelle was sick for a couple weeks. Then we were on a cruise. Then it was meetup weekend. We had people that were trying to get to the airport. And
the past
month,
I would say about the past month has been one hodgepodge of one thing after another, between work events and me being sick. You know what's so funny is that when I get sick, and it seems to linger forever. I had this
because she won't take medicine.
I did take medicine, but I did.
Once a day doesn't help.
Anyway, he's so rude. So I had this bronchial infection, whatever, coughing, can't breathe thing for 6 weeks. 6 weeks!
And it got extended on the cruise, but we'll get into that a little bit.
We'll get into that in a little bit, because that's a great story.
So, since Michelle forgot to say it, I'll say it. Please make sure you share this out to all your friends and family and let them know this is the greatest show on Facebook.
This is the greatest show on Facebook. That's a bold statement.
There isn't much on Facebook.
Maybe there aren't good shows on Facebook.
And there's only about 3 people that will see it.
Well, that's true, because Facebook is really bad about showing people's posts and such. So, anyway,
I say we march on Mark Zuckerberg. Forget Area 51. We all march on Facebook.
Yeah. Okay.
Who's in?
So anyway, thank you for being patient with us, and I'm sorry we have been out of the loop for a few weeks. It's been actually this fall in general has been one crazy thing after another. It's just like I could write a book. I'm not.
She has wrote books.
I have. It's just been one thing after another. So we're trying to get back in the swing, and I know the holidays are here, but I know that we're going to start off the new year fresh and back at it, and hopefully on a better schedule.
And not sick after coming back from Michigan.
And I really hope I don't get sick again, because I'm really sick of being sick. So.
And I'm sick of her being sick. Okay. So like we said, we have a lot to cover, so we're going to try to roll through it all here really quick. We got like 4 weeks we got to catch you guys up on, but we're going to go back to our meetup weekend. That's where we're going to start out. Was TMSM Meetup Weekend 2019 from the Magic Kingdom. The date was November 9th, correct?
Was it the 9th?
Yes.
I don't even remember.
November 9th was TMSM Meetup Weekend.
Yes.
Great turnout again, as usual.
Yes.
It was fantastic, and we thank you guys so much for coming and spending the day with us. I had a great time. We did meet the night before, some of us, at the tree trail.
Yep.
Walked around a little bit down there and checked that out.
Yes, we were going to do something bigger the night before, but I had a media event, which I took my friend Paula to with me. So Paula got to go to work with me, which was really cool. And then my other bestie, Michelle, got to stay and have dinner with Scott and the boys. But and it was raining that night, so it was kind of hard to have something that evening.
And it was that naggy raining. It wasn't enough to wash it out, but it was just enough to bother you. So.
Just enough to annoy you and get your clothes wet.
Not get you soaked, but just enough to,
But so we ended up just doing the main meetup day, and everything pretty much stayed on schedule pretty well. We had a lot of people in and out all day long, people from everywhere. As far as the UK, which was pretty great.
That was cool. And it was they were filming some of the events at the Magic Kingdom that day for the Thanksgiving show, for the Christmas taping. So it was busy because Sting was there and Shaggy were filming their scenes that day, I believe. It
was packed that day.
Really?
It looked like Christmas Day, if you will, or New Year's Eve. For some reason, the Magic Kingdom was packed from the front of the park to the back of the park. At the end, we didn't even stay. It started to get chilly at night. It was so packed, we didn't even stay to watch Happily Ever After because the park was just wall to wall.
Everybody was starting to get cold, and it was too crowded to really enjoy. anything. And we had such a large group, it would have been hard to keep us all together.
Yeah.
So we kind of just took a poll, and everybody was like, you know what? I've had a great day. I think I'm going to call it a night.
And it was an all-day thing,
all night.
and I wasn't feeling 100%, but we put in the effort, and it was great, and we really appreciate you guys so much. And we're already thinking about next year's meetup. Becky at MEI Mouse Fan Travel is...
And she's on.
Hi, Becky.
Hi, Becky.
Becky has already got her mind working on fun stuff that we're going to do for next year. So please stay tuned. As soon as we have details and such for you, we'll be sure to let you know. And I also, in the coming year as well, I want to do more meetups like you guys had asked us to do. So just know that we take all your suggestions to heart and that we are really trying to pull everything together and give you guys as much as we possibly can when we have the means to do it.
A few weeks ago, we had our yearly meeting with Becky that she does at the end of every year with her sites, and we sat down with our goals and what we want to do in the next year and in the coming years. And she had a lot of great ideas. We had great ideas. So all those things are starting to gel. They're coming together. And as soon as we have more dates, more everything, we will share with you guys as soon as we possibly can, because I know a lot of you want to make your travel arrangements at the same time the meetup is and such. So as soon as we get that, we will get it to you, and then MEI will be able to help you with all those accommodations.
Yes, we have big things planned for 2020, so just stay tuned, because it's going to be all good.
It's going to be fun.
Fun!
Yeah.
So
anyway, like I said, we're trying to run through this kind of quick because we don't want to keep you guys too late, but Meetup 2019, success in my book.
Way successful.
Michelle loved our logo this year, which you have the button right there. She has one of the buttons.
Look at.
Did really well. Everybody seemed to like the logo this year that we came up with.
Scott made this logo and it's fantastic. I absolutely love it. And I told him if we do Christmas meetups in the future, like this should be the logo for everything.
I think I'm gonna do with Disney, and I'm just gonna switch the colors. Same logo next year, just switch up the colors.
This is great.
On some of the buckets.
I mean, I absolutely love it, and I was kind of bummed that I don't have a shirt of my own. But if we,
and we ran out of buttons. We only had a small handful that we cut back for ourselves. So, but otherwise they were all gone. Actually, Corey had to sacrifice a couple of theirs.
Oh yeah, Corey and his family gave up some of their buttons because we ran out. So, but we'll always try to take notes and for next time maybe get more. You just when we have big events like that, we never know who's going to come and how many people, because it always takes me by surprise, because I always say, oh, we're not going to have that many.
She's like, 10 people show up, I'll be happy.
I don't say 10. I mean, you just don't like to get ahead of yourself, because I never want to, I don't want to think ahead too much. Why is Jack going?
Jack's running.
If you hear noises, that's Jack.
He goes upstairs.
You just want to just to be prepared, and sometimes it's hard to do that.
Right.
But in the coming year, we're going to have hopefully a better system. Becky's going to help us get more organized and bring you guys even more. So stay tuned.
Yes, it's going to be a great year.
It's going to be a great year.
So the next thing, so that was on Saturday. Fast forward to Tuesday that weekend, Michelle had her first media event of the Christmas season to go see the Christmas party.
The Christmas party.
Can't even think right now.
Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. It is not Mickey's Not So Scary Christmas Party. Paula. Because I always seem to forget. Because, when my friends like to plant these little seeds in my head and then I screw up because they're being funny and I think it's funny.
It's that thing, if somebody plants it in your head, no matter how prepared you are, you will slip and say it wrong.
Yeah.
I learned that with Bobo Stewart.
You did. Corey set you up big time. So anyway,
I'll get you back one day.
So the Christmas party this year, as most of you know, there were new fireworks. This was like a couple weeks ago, so I have to think back. So forgive me. The new fireworks this year are hosted by Minnie Mouse, and they are so good. I know you're going to be shocked to hear that I cried. I know, shock. I know, I cried.
I'm shocked.
I'm sitting there recording the show and I'm like, ugh, But I love Christmas music. Christmas music makes me cry anyway. But now that I think about it, a lot of things make me cry. So maybe I'm not a good judge for that. But the projections are great. The music is great. The fireworks are great. I'm gonna go as far as to say that the new Christmas fireworks are even better than the new Halloween fireworks.
What?
Yep, I like them better. Now, I love the Halloween party, so for me to say that is big.
That is big.
It is big. The Christmas fireworks just give you that feeling, just the whole Christmas feeling.
Well, darn it, I'm not a huge fan of the Christmas party, so I wasn't going to go this year, but now I'm wondering if we should try to go before the season's up.
So,
see, Halloween, I would go to every single party.
Yeah.
But Christmas.
But they didn't offer that for the Christmas party.
And I was talking. We talked with John and Rob, two of my friends. We were at the when they lit up the castle the first time. We saw also like the castle. Which
yes.
I don't know if we did a show after that. Or
we did.
We did. But the three of us were talking, and we didn't think they were going to offer that for Christmas because they don't have the need for Christmas. There's only a limited number of parties for Christmas, and they sell out pretty quickly.
And they're more expensive than Halloween.
They are more expensive, but I think they sell out because there's more people that want to take part in the Christmas festivities. Where Halloween you get a lot of parties. There is more because there's more time. So I think that's why they didn't have to offer it for the Christmas time.
Maybe. So. But it was. I will say that the new fireworks are beautiful. The food offerings, of course, are wonderful. Something of interest too. I know that they always talk about the sweets that they offer during the Christmas party. You know, they have like the milkshakes with like the marshmallow Mickeys sticking out of them, and like the different treats and stuff. But they do have a new turkey sandwich at Cosmic Rays during the Halloween. See, I did it.
Holidays.
During the Christmas party, not the Halloween party, the Christmas party, Paula. That you can get a nice turkey sandwich at Cosmic Rays.
And doesn't it actually, as secret, you can get it before the party?
You can. I got my turkey sandwich. I was with John, and we went into Cosmic Rays to go just poke around and see what was there. And I got the turkey sandwich, and it was about 20 after 6. Party doesn't start till 7. And then he got some sort of macaroni and cheese burger that just looked like you gained 5 pounds just to look at it. But I got the turkey sandwich because it was a treat for the Christmas party, and it actually had like fresh like sliced turkey on it.
So not lunch meat.
And a roll. It was good. It was really good. It didn't taste like park food, if you will.
Okay. So is it up there with the holiday turkey sandwich or early sandwich?
Oh, different kind of turkey sandwich. Okay. So they do have good food as usual. The parade has a couple little additions. You will see Bo Peep and Forky on the Toy Story float. The parade, of course, is wonderful. The toy soldiers are like my favorite, just to hear like the marching and the whole thing. And I love the reindeer as well. I mean, I think that the whole parade is great, but that last little bit with the soldiers and the reindeer and then Santa.
He was live mic, which a lot of people don't realize that. But he is actually live mic up there. So he is interacting and talking with the children along the path, which is really cool just to see the expression on their face when they realize he really is talking.
He really is talking. So really kind of cool. And you know what's great is Disney, with everything that they do, and even the holidays or even Christmas. You know, we've been watching a lot of Christmas movies this past weekend because we were home a lot, and
we like them.
We were home watching movies. My family was here last week, so we've been busy, but we just kind of decompressed and watched movies. And I think a running theme for a lot of Christmas movies is that as we get older, we lose that Christmas magic and that feeling that you get. Do you remember when you were a kid how you would just, the whole anticipation before Christmas was you just couldn't stand it, you know, like you were excited about the lights, the food, the presents, Santa, all these things. And then as we get older, Christmas changes and it all comes about, you know, having family over and getting your house clean and getting your presents wrapped and making sure everything is done. But I think that Disney kind of gives you that feeling again, like they do with everything else, like you're a kid.
Yeah, that's the goal of Disney, is to make you a kid, make you get back in that mindset where you don't have the worries of the world. You don't have to worry about your bills. You don't have to worry about tomorrow going
Check
to work.
reality at the door. I always say that. That was one of my favorite things when we used to vacation here. There.
Because you shut yourself off to the outside world while you're at Disney, or you're supposed to. I know a lot of us nowadays we can't.
It's hard.
15 years ago you could. We didn't have cell phones like we do. We didn't have iPads. We didn't have computers that were connected. We didn't have Wi-Fi. So it was much easier to disconnect for that time you're there. Because I remember when we go to Disney, come back and just having to get the newspaper to catch up on what's happened over the last week.
Yeah, because we just didn't care.
No.
It's almost like how we're going to go to the cruise soon. It's almost like when you're on a cruise, how, you know, we had Wi-Fi, but then for that week, it's very limited. So when you get off the boat, if you're after a cruise, you have no idea what's going on in the world.
No, because you don't want to waste your Wi-Fi time going to check out the news sources. At least I didn't.
No. I think part of that is nice, because I think that not having those connections forces you to find time with your family or your kids, or even each other or friends or whoever you're with. You're not on your phone all the time.
Right.
You're actually making plans and doing stuff together, which I think is so lost today as well. Boy, I'm on my soapbox about some things today.
Can you answer a question for Faith?
I can.
She asked, what do you mean by the fireworks different or the projections on the castle?
The whole thing is different.
It's a whole
How it
show.
used to be holiday wishes, now that's all gone. It's all
so wishes is officially gone from the Disney.
Yeah, the Hollow Wishes and Holiday Wishes are both retired now.
So now all the Wishes shows are done. They're gone, unfortunately.
Yeah. So that's what that is. So it's a whole new show this year, but it's great. Projections, music, all of it's wonderful. Okay, so Christmas party, 2 thumbs up, of course. I will only, because we keep it real, I will tell you one thing I didn't like. I'm gonna say something negative. Are you ready for it? It's really silly and petty, but I'm gonna say it.
I think I know what it is.
You're gonna say it? Okay, so one of my favorite things, a few years ago, you used to only be able to get cookies and like hot chocolate, okay? Then they started adding a little bit of variety, different cookies, and then at Tortuga Tavern, you could get snowman hot pretzels and a blue raspberry slushie, like a little cup with like a little fork.
She talks about this blue raspberry slushie all year, waiting for that little thing of blue ice.
It's in the smallest cup you would eat, and the spoon is more like a little shovel.
It's a paddle.
It's like a paddle. So, I mean, I made sure that, I told John, I call him my work husband. We walk around together at these events whenever he's got with me. And I'm like, he's like, what do you want to cover, whatever? And I'm like, we need to go get the blue slushie. He was all about it, too. So we get to Tortuga Tavern. We stand in the line and we get our pretzels, which are great, by the way. And do you know what they gave us to drink? Not the blue slushie. Oh, no, not the blue slushie. It was warm grape soda. In a little tiny cup. Warm grape soda. Now I find that to be a travesty because those little snow cones were fantastic, and I don't really like grape soda anyway, but warm grape soda, I really hope that they maybe rethink that for next year. Because I miss the blue raspberry slushie already.
I wonder if they had a hard time keeping the ice frozen in the blue slushies because they have to have them made. They can't make them to order. So they have to make trays of these things and hand them out quickly. Well,
it's worked the past couple years. And
maybe it hasn't worked and that's why they got rid of it. Maybe it becomes a fail towards the end of the night and they had to, wait a minute.
Okay, so they had a whole previous years. Not this year because it's that crappy grape soda. But previous years, they had all the little slushy cups with the little tiny paddles lined up. And people were flocking there because I wasn't the only one who liked it, like everybody liked it.
But you know I talk about it all year.
They're gone.
In January, she's like, I can't wait to get that.
Oh my gosh, my slushie.
Okay.
But for the record, John felt the same disappointment as I did, and then somebody else had come over to our table with the warm grape soda, and they're like, hey, what happened to the blue raspberry slushie? So it wasn't just me that noticed, just saying.
John was devastated.
John was like, what? So, yeah. Maybe Disney will reconsider that one. I hope they do.
Just for you guys.
But everything else was great. Everything else was great. And Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor has a holiday overlay during the Christmas party as well. Mike Wazowski and Roz have they're decked out for the holidays.
And I heard it's more than just putting Christmas stuff here and there. It's a whole different show.
It's a whole different show.
Yes.
So if you can go to the Laugh Floor and see the holiday version, and it's really cute. Even Roz has a holiday.
And then the Speedway has an overlay for Christmas.
Yes. And I'm trying to think what else.
I know there was 3, wasn't there? Or
no? No, don't put me on the spot. I can't think. There's a lot to remember tonight. But anyway.
There's overlays, so check your guide maps.
Check your guide map. That's
check
always
the Main Street Mouse.
Or check the Main Street Mouse. So, okay. So, Christmas party. Next.
Okay. So, next up, a few days later, we had something we had been working on for weeks, months actually. Since August, we had been talking with Joey Fatone and his manager. For those of you who don't know who Joey Fatone is, Joey Fatone was in NSYNC. He is a huge Disney fan. He was in the crowd almost every day for the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse in the 90s.
No, Mickey Mouse.
Or Mickey Mouse Club, sorry, not Clubhouse. He was in the audience there, friends with all those guys and everything, part of their reunion they just did. Well, we got to meet him in August. We were at the Epcot Food and Wine Festival media preview, and Joey was there because he was announcing he was going to be performing at
Joey
Epcot.
Fatone and Friends.
Joey Fatone and Friends at Epcot this year. So we talked to his manager. Michelle and Joey kind of hit it off really well. They were talking, and Joey's like, hey, get her information. We're going to connect with them and do an interview with them. So we knew about this since August, but we didn't have a date. We didn't know when. He was going to come to the house originally and do the show. which because of his schedule, he just did not have time to do that. So his manager called us actually the weekend of the meetup and said,
yes.
Hey, you guys come out this week to the show. In between shows, we'll do interviews. So on that Tuesday or the Wednesday when he was there, we got to go to the first show, sat there, watched it, and then after the first show was over, we were taken backstage to the American Garden Theater and got to go meet Joey Fatone along with a few of his guests that night, which included MC Search from the group Third Base. If you know Pop Goes the Weasel, he did that.
Think way back, 90s
way
rap.
Back. Chris Kirkpatrick, who was also in NSYNC.
Ryan Cabrera was there.
Ryan Cabrera. As we were actually going back and waving, Nate Morse from Boyz II Men was walking out because he was on the show. Boyz II Men is my favorite all-time group. So seeing him was like, oh, this is the coolest thing ever. I didn't get my picture, which I'm disappointed about, but I digress. But we did get to go backstage. Joey wasn't in the room when we walked in there, but when he walked in, he remembered us and he was like, hey guy, and big hugs. How you been doing? It wasn't like just meeting us almost as many people as he meets. I didn't feel like I felt like
no, he kind of. It's funny because he kind of snuck up on me because I was talking to other people and I didn't see him, and I felt like a tap on my back, and I turned around and he was like, boom, right there. He's like, hey, it's good to see you again. Gave me a big hug. And I really feel we did hit it off when I met him in August. So there was no other media back there. It was just us. He was having he wasn't feeling well, so he was on what do you call those things?
It's just a machine to help his voice stay perfect while he's there.
Like when little kids are sick. Yeah. What do they call it? It's going to drive me crazy
now. A humidifier type.
Yeah, kind of like a humidifier.
He would put it on and he goes, I just need a few minutes, and his voice, you could tell, he was having a hard time that night. And his manager even told us, he said, Joey might not be able to talk, so I might have to do talking for him. And we got back and Joey, nope, we're doing this. I'm doing it. Don't worry about it. And he could have easily said, you know what, my voice is, I got to save it. I got 2 more shows tonight, 3 more tomorrow. But no, he did the show for us. It was fantastic, actually. It was just funny because we're in this little room and her and Joey are sitting across the way. I'm videotaping it. MC Search is like sitting right next to me talking about my hockey jersey and asking me about it.
Chris Kirkpatrick is eating a salad over in the corner. It was just crazy. I mean, I was scared to go back there because I didn't know what to expect. And I was hoping that he would remember the rapport that we had in August because we really did hit it off. We were very chatty because I'm chatty, he's chatty, it just works. And it was like we picked up like no time. Yep. And it made me feel so much better because and I said we were the only media back there, so that was cool in itself. And then to be backstage at a concert to see what goes on, it's just like you see on TV.
It really is.
Like the food service and people getting ready for the next show. And
what was cool though is his manager. Before we went live, the manager's like, "Why don't you guys talk about this, talk about that, talk about how we connected in August and all this."
Yeah, tell people that you guys met in August. Yeah. And remind them okay.
But then towards the end of it, the manager jumped on. He goes, I just wanted to let you. I mean, if you guys have seen the video, he jumped on and he said, you know what? These people are real people. They're great people to work with.
They've been great to work with. We didn't make him do that.
No, and I felt like I had been bugging him because I was bothering him. I know they're busy, but I was trying to get a date.
Because he kept saying, message me this date. And then what's funny is the Friday before the meetup, we're sitting here with the girls and we get a text message and he's like, hey, call me back. And he's like, who's hey, call me back? So we're looking, so it was just so nonchalant. They're like, hey, can you call us? So then we go into the back room and call, and he's got us on speakerphone with Joey in the car. Hey guys, how's it going?
They were driving back from Miami together, and Joey, his manager Joe told us that Joey was bugging him. When are we going to do this interview? When are we going to do it? So
we made a good impression, you guys, which is great. Because if they come back to Epcot next year, then I made a new friend. The manager likes us, so it all is great. And I'm so thankful for these opportunities. And as soon as I got out of there, I mean, I was like, held them like cool.
Because it was between the first and second show. So the second show, so they're getting ready to go perform again. Johnny Damon, if you know who he is, played for the Boston Red Sox and the New York Yankees. He was performing in the second show, so we saw Johnny come back and they were making fun of the jokes they're going to do with him on stage. But we're walking back and I'm looking at her and I could tell she's ready to burst, just like her excitement. I'm like, wait till we get away.
You're like, hold it together.
Just hold it together till we're out of distance so they can hear you. And once we got to the end where they were starting to bring in the audience for the next show, she lost it.
I think I jumped a few times. And then I texted my media reps because this was a big surprise. I didn't tell anybody. I don't like to count my chickens before they hatch. So I didn't tell anybody that we were doing this. I didn't tell anybody. That way if it didn't work out, then I didn't have to go back and say, oh, well, we were hoping, but it didn't work. Right. So it was kind of a surprise. It worked. And I was just so pleased that we were able to do that, and we were the only ones back there. I'm gonna keep saying it, we're the only ones back there. It was just such an amazing opportunity, and I hope that it, comes around again. I think that if you treat these people like, regular people. And him and I talked, I try to keep in mind, I go into work mode whenever we go and we see celebrities. You can get excited on the inside, but you gotta hold it together,
right.
Because that's your job. Like people had said to me before, when I saw Keanu Reeves and Tom Hanks, and I was excited, of course, but you can't show it.
But you know who said it to me best was Elliot. DJ Elliot, when he was here, we were talking to him about, because he's met quite a few celebrities over his career too.
Yeah.
Gotten backstage with a lot of them. And he goes, yeah, the person inside you wants to jump to your skin that this is so-and-so, and I want to ask for a picture, and I want to autograph, and I want to do this and that. But he said, you got to remember, at the end of the day, they're just people just like you, and they just want to be treated like you do. They just want to be treated like normal. And sometimes you don't ask for that picture, or you don't ask for but you have that memory yourself of just talking to them and being there with them. And I think that's how we kept it together, because that advice, I think, really held up a lot for us both.
It does.
Because we're, as far as humans, we're equals.
Yes.
And treat them like you want to be treated, and they'll do the same thing with you. Joey Fatone and his manager, Joe Mova, great guys. Honestly, they're really great. Joe told me he'll be in touch in the future if they want to do something else with us. And again, he said he would love to, because he loved how well this went.
And it was a one and done take.
Yes.
I mean, I was not prepared. It all came off the top of my head. I just talked to him like I was talking to a friend and what I thought you guys would want to see. And one and done. Yeah. I don't know how I pulled it off, but he did. And I'm thankful. Thank you, God.
We had no editing. That video was the raw footage you guys saw. We didn't edit any of that. That is exactly what we taped.
So I was pretty proud of myself. I'm very hard on myself, if you don't know that. I'm always beating myself up that I could have done this better, or I shouldn't have done this, or I should have whatever. And every once in a while, I have to allow myself to get excited and feel good about something that I did. And I was pretty proud of myself for that, because by the grace of God, that interview went off flawless.
It did.
And even my parents were like, that was awesome. Like, they were just so impressed. So I hope you guys enjoyed the interview. It's still pinned to the top of our page. I'm going to unpin it when we're done with the show. But it was a lot of fun, and we really appreciate the opportunity. And I'm a big boy band fan, so I was pretty excited. So I'm just going to say that too. Okay, Next up,
so as you all knew, we were invited to go on the Merrytime cruise for Disney on the Disney Dream. They invited us to take part in that cruise with the media cruise and our media group that we usually get to do a lot of the events with. Mm-hmm. And so they sent us on the Dream on that Monday the 18th, I think it was. So we did 18th to the 22nd. It was a lot of fun again to be on the cruise ship. Well, it started out fun, we'll say it that way, for all of us. First day was great. Second day was going great, and then somebody got sick that evening.
On Tuesday night. Well, let's talk about the good stuff first.
Okay, let's talk about the good stuff.
Okay, so we just did the Halloween cruise on the Disney Dream in September. So it's similar to how they do Halloween, obviously, except for it's all Christmas decorations. It is... the characters are dressed for Christmas. Mm-hmm. There's Christmas shows, show in the atrium, Santa and Mrs. Claus. It's Christmas merchandise, of course. So basically, it's similar to what you do at Halloween, but you just take out Halloween and insert Christmas.
Yeah, the trees, the deck is all decorated, garland, lights, gingerbread house, which was really cool
there was a gingerbread house, and it was just like the ones at the resorts. You could smell the gingerbread in the lobby of the atrium area.
Yes, yeah. So it was really cool that they filled up the whole area with that smell of gingerbread. Like she said, there was shows. It did snow on the ship.
It did snow,
which was really cool to see that. Soap snow. It was a different cruise than Halloween. I actually enjoyed it more than the Halloween cruise, even though
Me too.
I just thought it was more fun. The 2 days she got to enjoy it was great. Because as you followed along on day 2, that evening during Beauty and the Beast, Michelle started to not feel too well. So we hightailed it out of the Beauty and the Beast show, got her back to the room, and she was there for 2 days?
Till like 48 hours. Tuesday night after the show, we got up to the room, and I didn't get to leave until Thursday night. So I didn't get to go to Castaway Cay. I didn't get to go see the Christmas decorations on the island.
Pirate Night.
I didn't get to do Pirate Night. I was very, very sick. Actually, I want to say, I don't remember the last time I was that sick. I mean, and I had already been sick for like 6 weeks with this bronchial thing. But this was like a stomach bug, and it was really bad. Yeah,
so by midday of the second day, or I should say day 3, she realized I need to go see the ship doctor. So we took her, they reopened they're only open a few hours, it's on the first floor of the ship. We didn't know what to expect, but we walked in there at 4:30, and it's really, honestly, it's like going into the doctor's office. I was so impressed with the setup they have there, the equipment they have. If you are going on Disney ship and you forget to pack Dramamine or anything like that, they have a box outside of the room that just has meclizine in there for you to take for seasick.
For motion sickness, it's just right there. You can go and get little packets of the motion meds. Yeah. But when I went in there, it was just like you said, just like a doctor's office, just like going to urgent care, like in your local town. And it was to the point of, so like, my bestie Paula is a nurse. I went on the Wi-Fi to message her because I hate going to the doctors. I don't go unless like I have to go. And so I'm like, I'm gonna message my friend who's a nurse across the country and see what she thinks. Well, it got to the point that yes, she did answer me and she's trying to walk me through it, and then finally she's like, is there a doctor on the ship? And so finally I just kind of like waved my flag, I'm done. So we went to the ship doctor, and I started to cry.
A lot of her hesitation, honestly, was she didn't want to spend the money to go see the doctor. On the ship, because it's not free, it's not included. They do charge you.
It does cost you to go to the doctor.
They have 3 doctors and 4 RNs on the ship to help you out, and they're available 24/7. But they actually have office hours during certain times of the day. So she waited till there was office hours, but we did go, and they came in there and they pretty much almost immediately knew what was wrong, how to treat it, I should say. So they gave her a shot.
I got a shot in my big old butt, which hurt, but I didn't care. I was so sick. They're like, well, we can give you a shot. The medicine will work faster. I just didn't care. Yeah. I was like, do what you got to do if you're going to fix me.
And then they gave her medicine to take with her, 2 different types of medicine. Yeah. They gave her Powerades and bottles of water and Pedialyte popsicles.
Oh, yeah, I got popsicles.
And they gave her all this stuff, but then they dropped the bomb on her that, okay, you cannot leave your room for the next 24 hours.
Well, it's funny because I didn't sleep the night before. My body was cold and I was shaking and sick and the whole thing, and I just was very sleep deprived. So she says to me, okay, well, we have to put you under quarantine. And I was like, where? Like at the bottom of the boat? I'm like, is there like a holding room for sick people like on the first level? I mean, I didn't understand what she meant at first. I'm like, oh my God, should I have come here because now I'm stuck here? She's like, no, you can stay in your room under quarantine, but you have to stay there.
Yeah, you can't leave for food. You can call room service, and there's a special menu they have for people who are quarantined like that to get them the foods that the doctor recommends: soft foods, applesauce, mashed potatoes. Things
rice,
like that. That's not
toast, dry toast.
The brat diet, as they call it. So she had to go on that. The great thing though is, and if you've not been on a Disney cruise, you know that on the 11th deck there is soda machines, coffee, hot cocoa, all that stuff. When you're in the restaurants, all the drinks and stuff are included. Yeah. But if you order a beverage from room service, they charge you for that. So if you order a can of Coke, if you order a bottle of water, you pay for that on room service.
Yep.
But if you have been quarantined to your room, you don't pay for that. So she was
under quarantine.
She was able to get Powerades and waters and all this stuff delivered to her, and applesauce, which she insists was the best applesauce she's ever had in her life. I wish we could get a Disney cruise chef to message us and let us know
what was in that applesauce. Now, granted, I hadn't eaten for like a long time, but that applesauce was great. So like they sent me Powerade, ginger ale,
crackers,
bananas, that wonderful applesauce.
I did. So the
dry toast.
The thing she missed that she hated the most was Palo. We had Palo brunch on what was that, Thursday?
Yes, but I couldn't go
Thursday.
too.
She couldn't go because she was quarantined for that. So I did go to lunch. And I was able to talk to the waiter. Normally, Palo doesn't let you take anything out of the restaurant.
It's very fancy.
Very fancy. She said, she goes, I just want a chocolate covered strawberry from Palo. So I was able to talk to my waiter, and he arranged for me to get some strawberries to take back to the room for her, so she could eat them once she started feeling better. So she did get to have the strawberries.
I only had like one because I still couldn't eat anything. But once, I'm gonna write about this too, because not everybody watches this silly show, which is a shame. But I've had people ask before when there's talks about cruising, what happens if you get sick on the boat? What happens if there's an emergency? What happens if, because if you're sick, you're stuck. And there really is nothing to be concerned about other than the inconvenience. And sure, it is horrible to be that sick on a vacation, but they do have medical staff to take care of you, which is great to know. So you're not stuck in the ocean with no help.
No.
That's not how it works.
And they have the medicines, they have the machines, they have everything there you need to help you get feeling better.
Yeah, because I don't know, it took even when we got off the boat, even after my quarantine was lifted, they had a farewell toast because I missed half the cruise because I was stuck in the room. And I felt terrible still, but I wanted to make sure I showed up for, to talk to my immediate friends and people, and but I did tell them, yeah, I'm sick, but Disney, the doctors and stuff were really great on the ship. But it took me, when we got home, still took me a few days to get better, even from that. I mean, whatever it was, it kicked my butt terribly. So I'm praying that all that is over now.
Hopefully, it should be.
I hope
should
so.
be gone. But other than that, the cruise was great. If you haven't done the Merrytime cruise, you might want to consider it. I think you'll have a great time. There's a lot to do. The Disney ship is already loaded with so much to do. There's
the shows,
so much on the
food, the bingo, and the trivia, and
it's great, honestly. Pirate night's fun, fireworks at sea, just so much great things to see and do. No matter how old your kids are, there is something for your kids to do because they have the kids club where if your kids like to get involved with that, you won't see them. I mean, honestly, they can be.
And there's no place that they can go.
No, they're going to stay in the ship.
You don't have to worry about, like, my kids. My kids, their big thing about the ships is going to get the ice cream because there's a soft serve ice cream machine.
The free soft serve ice cream machines on 11. Deck 11's where all the fun and everything happens. And that's where the kids kept escaping to get ice cream.
Yeah, but see, when they would say, okay, well, I'll be back, I'm going to go get ice cream, or I'm going to go walk around on deck 4, or I'm going to whatever, I didn't have to worry about them because where are they going to go?
No.
You know?
No, it's great. So if you haven't done a cruise, you might want to consider thinking about it. Yes, Disney is a little bit more expensive up front. We actually had this talk at dinner the one night. We were there with our media reps were at the table with us, Jody, and then also Lou Mangello was there with us, and we were all talking about Disney cruising, and Lou's done plenty of cruises, other lines. And even he agreed that Disney cruises, you pay it costs more to take a Disney cruise, but you're not getting nickeled and dimed once you're on the ship. Where he said with other cruise lines you do. Coca-Colas and things like that on other ships, you gotta pay for that. Disney, it's included. Little
drink
things
packages that you have to buy and different things. Like, unless you really can, you can go and not spend extra. I mean, you got your sodas, your iced tea, your coffee, all that is included. Your food is all, unless you book one of the special, like,
which is like Palo. Palo's extra, but Palo is $40 extra to go per person. The brunch worth every dime of that $40 to do it. But Lou told me he was on a mission this time to see if he could enjoy the cruise and not spend a dime, and he did it. He did not spend any money while he was on the cruise.
So you don't have to. It's the extra. I mean, I was extremely bummed that I didn't get to go to Palo because I will say that is probably the best brunch food that I've had ever.
No, and Palo, they do dinner, they do the brunch. We've done both. Brunch by far, I think, blows the dinner away. And dinner is fantastic, don't get me wrong.
But the brunch
is amazing.
So if you go on a cruise, go to Palo for brunch. It is worth every penny.
Yeah, book it as soon as you can to get extra. Up. Yeah, because it does fill up. But if you ever get to go, and then they were talking, Remy is the other restaurant that's on the ship. It's a special dining thing. And everybody keeps telling me how great Remy is. I don't know, we may have to look into trying it.
Possibly, yes. But yeah. So I love the cruise. Yes, I'm disappointed that I got stuck in my room for 2 days, but I would like to do the Christmas cruise again. It
was funny because everybody kept saying to me, Scott, looks like you're going to have to book another one. I was like, no.
Well, it was disappointing, and but I was so sick that I knew that there was no way that I was going to be able to do anything. So, like, when they went to Castaway Cay for the day, I was doing my bossing from the bed. Make sure you get video of the Christmas tree. Make sure you get video, because I sent them on, because I'm usually the one that does the coverage for stuff, and I couldn't, and it was making me crazy. So, but they went on the island, and they got coverage. Andrew helped. They covered Pirate Night for us, so it worked out okay. So even though I couldn't do it, they got it. We still got great coverage that week. So and I really hope that you enjoyed the coverage that we did, because you know, these trips are work trips, so we are there to gather content and do things to make sure that we can share with our audience all the wonderful things that Disney Cruise Line has to offer. Definitely check into it if you're hemming and hawing about cruising. Disney is the way to go.
Yeah, and if you reach out to Becky's people at Mouse Fan Travel, MEI Mouse Fan Travel, they can definitely break it down for you. They will help you if you want a paddle reservation. They will help you find the suite you want. They will help you stay within your budget. And still get you on a cruise.
And we have links on our website. If you go to mainstreetmouse.com, there are banners for Mouse Fan Travel. You can fill out a form. You get free quotes. Her services are free, so make sure you check that out.
And the service level you're gonna get from them is amazing. So
outstanding.
Yes, you won't go wrong. and these are people who love Disney. They're booking trips for people because they love Disney. So they want you to go experience what they've done. So they're gonna give you all the right things to do on a ship.
Kind of like how we are. We're just diehard Disney fans, and that's what they are too. And we just like ooze Disney. Like we want to just share that magic.
Ooh, you ooze
it.
Disney.
Oh God, I was gonna say something really gross about the cruise, but
nope. Back up. Next thing.
No.
Okay, so the cruise was great. We hope you guys enjoyed the coverage, but let's move on. When we got off the ship on Friday, we actually had our live on location that Sunday, because we don't believe in taking a break. So we got off the ship Friday. Actually, we had a media event Friday evening.
Which I was still not feeling well. I'm just going to throw that out there.
She wasn't feeling well, but we
had
like
garbage, actually.
So we got off the ship and we had a media event over at Epcot for Festival of the Holidays, which her and Andrew went, because actually the last night on the cruise, I got super sick.
He didn't feel good either, so it's kind of like, okay, we can't all be out.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you stay, I'll go to Epcot to do the Festival of the Holidays.
Which killed me, because I love Festival of the Holidays.
He loves Festival of the Holidays.
That is my favorite, so that the fact that I couldn't go to that media event really bothered me. So Michelle and Andrew went, they covered it, and they got to see the food and the merchandise and some of the
entertainment. Which we actually did go to the festival this weekend, but I'll tell you about that.
Yeah, so I'm sorry, we kind of jumped off. So, but that what happened, I forgot about that. Then we went to LOL on Sunday. So we had live on location on Sunday with John and Cindy. At Old Town. It was another great show. We had a lot of fun. Everybody came out, had a great time.
Gave out did some great raffle baskets.
Yes, and everybody was excited with it. It was so much fun just to sit there and talk Disney. And this one, if you saw the first show was kind of like an information show, just to kind of introduce you to all of us. But this show was actually what we really wanted the show to be, kind of like a talk show, to talk about what's going on at Disney.
We actually had like a format of stuff we were going to talk about. So we really have some good plans for the next year for live on location.
Yes.
There is.
We're not doing one in December, in case anybody's wondering.
We're going to take the holiday off because we just got finished with the last one, and with the holidays coming, it's hard. So
we would have to do it like the week of Christmas, and nobody's going to be available to do it.
So we're going to start off the new year with a new show, and there might be some changes coming, so please stay tuned for that.
Yes, possibly a new location. We're talking now with people, so we will let you know once something comes out on that.
We'll see about that.
Yes.
I'm excited. I want to tell you, but I can't.
Yeah,
so you're going to have to wait.
If it all works out, you guys are going to be very excited. So we shall know more probably within the next week or two. Well, we should know before Christmas.
Yeah, so please stay tuned. I have all these big ideas for this show, and if it comes together like I think, again, 2020 is going to be a great year for the Main Street Mouse.
It is.
So stay tuned.
So, but LOL was great. Thank you for everybody that came out again.
Thank you for watching. We had a really good turnout on the replay.
We did.
Like Cindy always says, you do your show for the replay, and we had a really good replay. We had a lot of you watch the show this time, and we really appreciate you.
We do. We appreciate every one of you. So thank you for supporting Live on Location. Just because we're taking December off, we're not getting rid of the show at all. It will be back in January.
We're traveling for the holidays. I know a lot of people are trying to wind down.
Yeah, we'll be back. So as soon as we have a date in January, we will post a ticket again on Eventbrite where you can get free tickets to come to the event and check it out and have a fun afternoon with us. So.
All right.
So next. The next thing we did was actually when Live on Location ended that night, we and Cindy, Panda decided to skip it. We had to run over to Gaylord Palms because Ice Media event was that night. And if you haven't been to Gaylord Palms Ice, you're missing out because it is such a great thing. So every year they take a theme This year it's the Polar Express.
Yes.
And they take their convention center and they bring in these ice carvers from China who actually carve ice for like 40 days before the event, and they create all these great areas to walk through. And the video is on our YouTube channel or on Facebook. You can see the video.
They made a big train out of ice.
That you can actually go and sit on the train. They have seats. They put padding on the seats so you can actually sit on the ice blocks.
It's a big old train.
It's really cool. So go check out our video. You can take a walk through ice. You can check out GaylordPalms.com, I think is what their website is. And you can learn more about the event. But they have so much fun things to do there. This is our 5th year, I want to say we've covered it. 5th or 6th. Something like that. But
6th?
There's just so much fun to do there. Last year was A Christmas Story. The year before that was Charlie Brown Christmas. It's a new theme every year, and every year they do it better. And which I don't know how they do it, but they do it better. Last year you had Ralphie's house from A Christmas Story. You could actually stand on the porch with the leg lamp in the window. And this year the Polar Express train was there that you could go sit on, and they had the conductor carved out of ice in a couple places throughout. It was crazy to stare in the face of this ice, and these men who carve these things are just absolutely amazing with what they do.
Yeah, and did I tell you that there was a big ice train? It's huge. Sorry, I'm a little sidetracked. The train was huge and it was made out of ice. Crazy, and you could walk in it. I mean, okay, so like last year, like sidebar. Last year they had A Christmas Story with the leg lamp and everything. Now,
all the different scenes from the movie were recreated.
I love that movie. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but like when we go home at Christmas, like my dad will put on Christmas Story, you know, when they do that 24-hour marathon, we just let it play. I think even when we're doing our family stuff, the TV is still on, and A Christmas Story is just back to back.
And I don't know if I ever watch it all the way through one sitting. I think it's like I catch pieces of it throughout the day.
Yeah. Oh, another sidebar. So this is good.
You didn't finish the last one.
No, I didn't. But this is good. So totally not related to. What kind of is related? Remember your trivia thing with A Christmas Story? How that ties into Disney?
Oh yeah.
Yes. Okay, here you go. Here's a question for you. What does A Christmas Story and Magic Kingdom have in common? Or what is their common?
What is their connection?
What is their connection? Their common denominator, if you will. Now think about it for a second. Does anybody know? Scott flipped my phone. I guess I can't look at what you're saying.
No.
Why? Was it something bad? No. Is you guys being mean to me and I can't see it?
No, it's not that at all.
Okay.
I'm waiting to see if anybody says it.
Does anybody know?
I haven't seen anybody say it yet. You have to come to Cleveland. I would love to go to
I
Cleveland.
would love to see the Christmas Story house.
I would love to see the house.
We can get like bunny pajamas and go.
They had those at Walmart yesterday.
Yes, another sidebar. Walmart has bunny pajama onesies.
I love it. So does anybody know the connection between A Christmas Story and Magic Kingdom?
Somebody. I'll give you.
Mickey in the Parade. I forgot about that actually. That's another one. When they're watching the parade, Mickey is in the parade.
Yes, he is, but that's not it.
And he's getting attacked by the monkeys from The Wizard of Oz.
Oh my God.
But that's not it.
But that's not it. Okay, so we'll just tell you. You ready? No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
So, watching A Christmas Story, you know it's all narrated by Gene Shepard. He's the narrator who narrates the entire movie. That's Ralphie's adult
Ralphie
talking to you.
Yes.
He is also the voice of John from the Carousel of Progress. So while you're riding the Carousel of Progress, the voice that you hear throughout that, John talking about his wife doing all the work and him doing nothing, is actually the same
The man talking to his dog and making his wife wallpaper the walls and such.
Yes.
That is the same guy who narrates the movie A Christmas Story.
Yes.
The more you know.
Yeah, so that's the link from A Christmas Story to the Magic Kingdom, or Carousel of Progress more so that he's actually John. So it's kind of cool. Not a lot of people realize that.
So that's John. And John is also in Spaceship Earth. The face of John is on another character. The guy playing is it a mandolin? Or what is it?
I think it's the mandolin.
I don't know what kind of instrument he's playing, but it's totally John with a wig.
Yep.
Okay, anyway.
People are kind of wow, that's so cool. Yeah, so that's
see, we taught you guys something tonight. I'm so excited.
You're welcome. I'm ending on a good note.
Welcome. See, we're not just fun and silly to watch. We're also informational sometimes as well. And see, now you can go and ask your Disney-loving friends that same question. You can say, what does the narrator of A Christmas Story and Magic Kingdom have in common? What is their common denominator? And I bet you they might not know.
Probably not. So, so moving on, because we still got a few more things and we're getting close to the 8 o'clock hour. As we mentioned a little bit about Festival of the Holidays is happening now at Epcot. We went to the Candlelight Processional on Saturday night. Ming-Na Wen was there, who you'll know from Mulan. She's also from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Agent May, and she's also going to be in The Mandalorian on Disney+.
And who she also received her honorary award for
a Disney Legend
at D23. So this is my second time getting to see her this year.
Right, and she did a great job. She really did. We uploaded that video. It's going to be hitting the Facebook page tonight at 9:30.
If you want to watch the whole processional. I did do a little bit of a live clip. I only did like 10 minutes because the show was really long. But he recorded the whole show, and she did really, really good.
She really did, and it's a great show. If you've never seen the Candlelight Processional, do it. Go see it.
I
know
good.
It's Neil Patrick Harris. I believe is tonight, tomorrow, and Wednesday.
I think
is that
so.
Correct? And Neil packs the house in. Everybody.
And then Gary Sinise is after him, isn't it? Lieutenant Dan.
Whoopi's next.
Whoopi packs him in, and so does Gary Sinise.
So it's going to be great. And they've got people, even on Christmas, Stephen Curtis Chapman will be back, who was there over the summer for Flower and Garden and the performing. He's coming back to do the Christmas Eve and Christmas Day one. So it's a great thing to go see. That's something that Walt started back in Disneyland, actually, and they've carried the tradition on year after year. And the production is absolutely, we were talking about that the other day, just the amount of work and effort from the orchestra to the choir to
getting everybody filtered in flawlessly, because they have all the choir members and the singers and the musicians and how they do it.
The Voices of Liberty come in there and they help sing.
It's flawless. It's beautiful. And what's funny is I was talking to my younger son. He's a theater kid, and he said, "Mama," I said, "The Candlelight Processional is my favorite," which I did not know. Now he likes all the shows at Disney, but he said he loves the Candlelight Processional. So I learned.
It really is, and the music and the story. And it's just a great time, and if you've never done it, take the time to sit and watch it. Go see one.
It will put you in the Christmas spirit.
Really will.
It's so good.
And there's 3 performances every day now through Christmas.
Yes.
I think actually up until New Year's almost. I think there's somebody right after Stephen Curtis, so maybe up until New Year. I'm not sure the exact date. You have to check that out. But if you're at Epcot, go check it out. It's free, included with your admission to the park. And
just get there a little early because they pack out full house every time.
Depending on who, everybody sells out pretty much, but some even more so than others.
You're always gonna find. You're not gonna find just like sometimes you can go to concerts and stuff at Epcot and walk in the last minute and find a seat for a show. Not for the processional. No. So plan ahead.
Yeah, otherwise you'd be standing in the back watching it, which is still great to see.
Yeah, but if you want to be able to sit and enjoy the show, get there early. But other things that we did for the festival, we walked around. What?
We tried the food.
Hey, well, you tried the food. I tried a drink. You tried food.
The pastrami is still the best pastrami sandwich.
I have never seen him get so excited over a sandwich.
The way she does about a blue slushy, so I want to hear it.
Okay, you got me. You got me.
She talked about blue slushy all the time. I can talk about the pastrami sandwich. And it is really a good sandwich. It's between France and Morocco right there at that booth. And it's just, to me, it's one of the best things about the festival. What else did we have? We tried something in China. Andrew tried the Christmas tree sushi.
It was a Christmas tree sushi. It was sushi in the shape of a Christmas tree.
The rice was in the shape of a tree. We tried, Aiden tried the egg rolls in China. Which he
liked. He got 2 egg rolls.
I tried the baba, the mango.
Yeah, that little sandwich thing.
Then we went and got piece of pizza in Italy.
And the only thing I didn't eat any of the food. Aiden got the Christmas log with the chocolate and caramel ganache. In France. But if you saw on my Instagram, I got the hot chocolate frozen martini. You heard it right. Frozen hot chocolate martini with a striped straw and whipped cream on top. And let me tell you, it tasted just like hot chocolate but frozen. And granted, I don't know about you, but I like a good martini. Different flavors and stuff. Not often, but when I go home at Christmas time, it's on. But
remember her comment about me and the pastrami?
So it's not really strong. It's not what you would think a typical martini would be. Usually you drink a martini and it burns your insides as it's going down. This does not do that. So it is not a strong drink whatsoever. So don't be afraid to get one. It really just tastes like a Dunkin' Donuts has the frozen hot chocolate.
Yes, they have a frozen hot chocolate colada, I think is what they call it.
Yeah, so it really doesn't, you won't really taste the alcohol whatsoever. And it's like $10.95 for one drink. So if you're just go for flavor, don't go for effect, because you're not going to get it with that. But it tastes really, really good. And
a lot of times the drinks at Epcot aren't that strong.
I have never really had a really strong drink at Epcot. Not that I get them that often, but...
I say that could either mean she's really good at holding it, or...
But I'm not, because I don't drink hardly ever unless my friends are here.
That's right, she doesn't. So Festival of Holidays, like I said, it's my favorite holiday. The merchandise is great this year. I want that festival spirit jersey, but I just can't justify it.
Yeah, so they have a spirit jersey for the festival. They have ornaments. They have the cookie stroll. Where you get to go, get a cookie. But you buy a cookie from different locations, then your last cookie is free. What else? They have that game you play around World Showcase.
Yeah, Chippendales game around the World Showcase.
Yeah.
It's a great festival. I really love it.
The decorations are great.
I'm hoping we have more time to go back to it before we leave.
Oh, I almost forgot. Something that I thought was really, really cool, and a new addition this year, is the Christmas overlay for Living with the Land.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about
now,
that.
what's funny is that we're sitting in the boat. There's never a line for Living with the Land.
Especially at night.
But there is for this. We only waited like 10 minutes. But you're going through the ride, and I had Andrew sit next to me. He's like, "Where's the Christmas stuff?" Because they're waiting. So the first part of the ride, there's nothing Christmassy. But once you get to the greenhouses where they have all the vegetables and the fish and all that, that's where you're going to see the Christmas stuff.
So after you get past the farmhouse, and then you see the big screens, it looks like you're in a barn or something. You see.
I like that with the dog barking in the little farmhouse and the
But then you get to the next part, and you're in the first greenhouse, and that's when they light, and they have snowmen, and the signs up, and the
They're
music.
They're like sand snowmen.
And the Christmas music starts playing.
Yes.
Even on the fish tanks. The tilapia thing has lights on.
The fish had Santa hats on. It was great.
Yeah, they put them on each one of them.
Each fish had a hat on.
No.
You'll have to watch our video to see if I'm telling you the truth.
Well, obviously.
But how cool would that be?
But it was a lot of fun to see that, and there's quite a bit of Christmas action, more than I thought there would be. So it's good. But it's only at nighttime. You cannot see the Christmas light effect during the day. So you have to go after dark.
Yes.
Right?
It has after dark, Living with the Land during Festival of the Holidays. Holidays run until the end of December. The festival runs until the end of December.
Exactly.
So
that's really about all we had to cover this week, and we're doing pretty good on time yet. But we had to talk about what's going on this week.
So before I forget, there is a big 2-day press event this week, tomorrow and Wednesday. Tomorrow I will be at Epcot for some of the more in-depth look at all the stuff that's going on there, what's being built, and some more behind-the-scenes things, I think. Now, Wednesday is the big press event for Rise of the Resistance at the studios. There is an embargo, so I don't know how much information I can share with you earlier in the day, but I think my turn to ride Rise of the Resistance is like 3:30-ish on Wednesday, and then there's going to be a dedication ceremony for the new ride and everything. I don't know who is going to be doing it's a surprise, just like it was for when they launched Galaxy's Edge. So we don't know who is going to be, doing the honors. But
if any celebrities will be there, we have no idea at this point.
I'm guessing either Bob Chapek or Iger will be there. But please watch along with me on right where you're at on our main Facebook page. I will go live as much as I can. You can also follow Instagram. My Instagram stories at the Main Street Mouse. And I will bring you as much information as humanly possible, because when I go to these events, I flood information.
That's true.
But yeah, I'm excited. Rise of the Resistance is supposed to be very high tech, something very revolutionary as far as rides go. I cannot wait to ride it. I'm not even like a huge Star Wars fan, but I'm excited for Rise of the Resistance.
Everybody says this ride is going to destroy every other ride in the world. I mean, it's supposed to be a ride like no other. The way this is supposed to be built.
We're going to find out on Wednesday.
We'll see how it comes together, see how it works. But it's definitely something exciting. So like Michelle said, follow us on Facebook, follow her on Instagram. And then once it's all done, she'll have videos and such that we'll get those uploaded so you guys can watch them.
Yes.
And then Thursday, the ride does open to the public.
To the public, yes.
So everybody will be able to go check
it out. I'm really curious to see what the lines are going to be like on Thursday for opening day. And this weekend, I'm sure it's going to be packed too.
I'm sure it's going to be busy. I just don't know how many people plan their vacations around.
A lot of locals, I think, will go out.
It's going to be more locals, I think, than it will be the...
Because a lot of people are really excited about this new ride, and I think it's going to be a great addition to Galaxy's Edge.
Definitely.
But it's going to be fun. So I hope you follow along with me tomorrow and Wednesday, because I'm excited to see what's next at Disney, all the fun stuff.
And then today I just wanted to mention, within the next week I should have a friend of mine, Michael, who runs the moving platform, asked me to be a guest on his first podcast today. So we recorded that today, and what we did was we did a comparison of Walt Disney World versus Disneyland on the podcast. So that'll be launching, he said probably within the week, so once that comes out we will send the link out so if you guys can go check that out and listen to it. I'd appreciate it so much so you can hear what we had to say. Anything else that we have? Do you want to share little details of something we're working on special that I'm going to be working on tomorrow while you're gone?
Oh, yes. Okay, so the past week or so, we've been putting the final touches on my next children's book. My mom was here. My mom's a school teacher, retired school teacher. She did all the editing for it. I wrote it. She fixed my grammar and my sentence structure and whatever else. She didn't fix that too much.
No, not too much.
And Scott is going to be working on illustrations while I am at the event the next 2 days. So I'm really, really excited, and I hope that we can get this book out to you guys soon. As soon as we get the illustrations done, we can submit it and keep our fingers crossed and pray that it gets approved the way that it is, and then we can let you know where you can buy it. So.
Can I show them the cover?
That's a big one. It's a big spoiler. Do you want to show them the cover? Do you guys want to see the cover?
You guys want to see the cover? We'll show it to them because I think everybody kind of knew what the premise was going to be for the second one for Gracie.
Yeah. Okay. I guess you guys can see it. We didn't talk about this ahead of time, but.
So there it is. It's up there now. You should see it in the middle of your screen. So the cover, How Many Sleeps Till Disneyland. So Gracie, you can still see us kind of in the background. It's kind of weird. But Gracie will be going to Disneyland this time. So we wrote the story in there. We've been to Disneyland a few times now, so we were able to really talk about the things for Disneyland and such. So like Michelle said, the book is written. Her and her mom proofed it. They've gotten all the grammar, everything done. I've started, the cover is done, as you can see, and I'm starting the illustrations tomorrow, and I should hopefully have them done this week. I'm hoping, as long as I don't run into any big problems. And then once we get that done, we submit it. Takes like 3 to 4 days for approval and such, and then if everything is good, then we can order our first copy and see how it goes, and then we can put it out there for everybody else.
Yes, and you can still, for the holidays, you can still get a hold of Gracie's first adventure, How Many Sleeps Till Disney, which is the Walt Disney World version. And then, of course, Moving to Main Street USA, the story of how we became the Main Street Mouse in Michigan and ended up here. I know a lot of people wanted to see part 2 of that come this year, but this year has been so busy with events and travel and ups and downs that, I'm going to be honest with you, I have not had time to do it. It is going to be on my list.
2020 is not looking good either.
Well, I'm going to try. I'm gonna try. But I also came up with, because I stress, shock, and overthink, another shock. I have come up with, when I can't sleep at night, another book idea, which I'm not going to tell you what it is, but some of you, I know there's some people watching that would be like, yeah, when they get that idea.
You just tease that out. You're not going to tell them anything.
And I can't.
It's a good idea, and it's something I think you guys will like a lot. So that, more to come on that in the new year.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be very tongue-in-cheek, kind of snarky Disney fun. I'll leave you with that. Not snarky like crappy snarky, but like funny snarky, like witty snarky, kind of how I am.
If you remember a little thing we used to have called TMSM Monthly.
Yes.
Then you might be able to figure out what this book could be about. And TMSM Monthly, just so you know, is something we are actually in talks of possibly bringing back.
We know a lot of people enjoyed the magazine. So that's another thing that we are thinking about doing in the new year as well. So again, we have so much that we are trying to give you guys for the new year. I just need to be able to get caught up, I guess. We've just been so busy. I feel like some days I'm drowning. I don't have time to even, some days like I can't even go like search Google for like the latest news because I don't have time sometimes.
Literally some days we find when we don't have a precedent, the two of us kind of sit on the couch and I don't think we move much that day.
It's hard, you know, we're running our own ship, and you know, we want to do a good job for you guys, but sometimes it's exhausting. But we really are trying our best to give you guys the best that we can. And I have all these wonderful plans and ideas for 2020, and you know, by the grace of God, we're going to get it done. It's going to be great. And I keep throwing new stuff
into her wrench today through something else I do. So we're always trying to come up with new, exciting things. We don't like to talk about them ahead of time because we know that people might try to...
Okay, I have to laugh. Hold on. Judy Kern, a Don't Be That Guy book. Oh, Judy, do you know how badly I want to bring that series back? The Don't Be That Guy series was my favorite to write. And it was my favorite.
We've actually, I've talked to John about this many times. We've actually thought about doing little PSA videos for the Don't Be That Guy videos.
The only reason why I stopped writing them, I did these, I think I started them in 2014.
I think so. Yeah, it was right after.
Don't Be That Guy at Disney. Yep. And it was funny because I would give myself a little credit for wit and snark, nicely. And you know, when we started doing them, as time went on, you know, that we live in a society now that everybody's offended about something, and people were kind of on my case saying I was being judgy, like, you know, like...
That's just your way of admitting that you're that person.
Kind of. Okay, like, for example, like Backpack Guy. Let's just use Backpack Guy. He was Backpack Guy. Now, you know, Backpack Guy was the guy in line that had the big old backpack, and they turned to talk to people, and you would get knocked with the backpack. Okay, like, don't be that guy, be careful of the people behind you.
Or 7-foot guy that puts his kids on his shoulders with an iPad on their shoulders.
Yes, okay, or iPad guy.
Okay, we're giving away all our stories.
All right, but anyway, the whole thing is that the only reason we didn't do that anymore is because people were saying it was a bit judgy. I would like to do it again, but I don't like to cause controversy. I don't like to argue with people, and I just like to keep my world peaceful in my own little bubble. But maybe we could find a way to bring that back. Maybe, but that's not the book.
I think the videos would be funny.
Be really funny.
If we could do the videos, like film how it should be and then film how it is.
We'll see. Maybe we'll pencil that one in as well for the new year.
And I gotta get John involved because we need to do some video work on that one.
I
think it's pretty funny to do that. So.
Okay. Well, we ran over schedule, so sorry about that. But I knew there was gonna be a big show tonight.
So I'm gonna go ahead and run through our things. Okay, so the first one I'm gonna talk about is our text alerts. If you are watching us, then you most likely saw our post on Facebook that we were getting ready to go live at 7, but you can also sign up for text alerts. Text TMSM live to 94253. You'll be added to our list, and every Monday before we go live, roughly 5 minutes before we send out a text message, just reminding you with the link to the Facebook page. Also, we send out that link before TMSM LOL goes live, just as a reminder to let you know where you can go to watch that feed as well. So again, TMSM live to 94253, and you'll be added to our text alert list. TMSM Radio still out there and sponsored by Kingdom Strollers. 24/7 Disney music, doesn't cost you anything to listen to it. Fireworks, parades, rides, movie music,
TV, everything.
It's everything Disney, and it's such a great way to pass the time away through the day. So go ahead to either the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store. Just do a search TMSM Radio. The radio station should load in, and then you can download it for free and listen to that. TMSM Coffee our partners Coffee Shop of Horrors and us got together to create Spectral Churro Blend. You can order it today at tmsm.shop/coffee. Part of the proceeds from every bag goes to Give Kids the World, so know that you're helping out a good cause, and this makes a great Christmas present.
Yes, Christmas presents.
So again, tmsm.shop/coffee to order your bag today. Our TMSM, and as we mentioned earlier, MEI-Travel Mouse Fan Travel is the official sponsor of the Main Street Mouse. Becky and her team are fantastic. If you need anything, please visit their site. You can see their banners on our website. Click the banner, take you to a page where you can fill out a form, and then somebody from her team will get back to you, and they will help you out with all your planning for your trip. Everything that you need done, they will help you out with it.
Yes.
On our social medias, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at The Main Street Mouse. On YouTube, please click the little bell so you get notifications when we upload a new video there. We're also starting to upload a lot more videos onto Facebook, so make sure you're watching for that. On Twitter, you can follow us at Main Street Mouse. So make sure you're following us across all 4 of those platforms and stay up to date with whatever we're doing. And then you can also follow Michelle and myself on Instagram. You can follow at Michelle M. Atwood, that's Michelle with 1 L, M. Atwood, or myself, TMSM Avenger on Instagram, and see what we're up to. Michelle posts a lot more than I do, and I apologize for that. I should post more, but I'm kind of a slacker when it comes to it, so I do need to step up my game on that a little bit. So that's really all we have for this week to talk about. Anything else on your side?
No, but for those of you who stuck by to the end, you're going to be glad because we have a giveaway. Oh, we have a Disney Cruise Line. It's a metal cup that has like a flippy thing.
Straw.
Like hot and cold.
And it is, it's metal. It's not plastic or anything like that.
No, so it's great for put your coffee in or put
Just
your
do not
cold
microwave
drinks.
it.
Do not microwave
Hand
it
wash
because
away.
it's metal. So if you would like to get your hands on this lovely Disney Cruise Line, well, I don't know what you would call it.
It's just a
drink
bottle
holder,
yeah,
bottle
drink holder
or whatever, but it's really nice.
Oh,
Let's do hashtag
TMSM DCL.
Okay. TMSM DCL and where you live, where you are watching us from, your city, state, whichever. You can go on our YouTube and do the hashtag TMSM DCL.
The Mickey Mouse Disney Cruise Line.
That's really confusing, but okay.
You ruined it.
You ruined it. Okay, so if you would like to win this lovely, lovely gift, hashtag. Tell us where you're from. Tell us where you're watching us from, and be sure to share the videos and the content we do, because the little bits that you guys do for us with sharing, commenting, liking, it helps tremendously. And again, if you're looking for Christmas ideas, we do have Lost Princess apparel, lots of great Disney inspired dresses. Like this is a dress with pockets, you can get that.
If you're taking your children on a Disney trip in 2020 and you want a great book to introduce them to, surprise on Christmas morning.
Yes! So How Many Sleeps Till Disney is available on Amazon. It's on Walmart and Books A Million online. My other book is How Many Sleeps, no, not How Many Sleeps, that's not
Moving to Main Street, USA.
Moving to Main Street is also on Amazon, and hopefully we will have How Many Sleeps Till Disneyland out very
Christmas,
soon.
Yep. I'm hoping to have that out probably within the next 10 days. That way we can get it out by Christmas.
Pray for us, because I really hope that it gets done before Christmas. We're working on it.
We're trying.
So be sure to stay tuned this week. Again, media events, Rise of the Resistance, so many fun things. And thank you so much for kind of just letting us get caught up, because it's been a crazy, crazy fall. But we really appreciate all the support that you give us, and we thank you very much. And we will see you next Monday.
Yep, guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys next week. Have a great week.
Bye.